Alone you can go fast, together with your team you can go far. Hi there, we have seen the top multinational companies growing like Facebook, Google, Amazon. And the real reason is not just the founder and his or her vision, it is the team who converted that mission into reality. Now, you might be a business owner who might have big dreams, but if your team is not with you on that big dream, then you cannot achieve those goals in your business. In this tutorial, I'm going to guide you 5 ways using which you can keep your employees motivated so that they also work as hard as you do and they help you to convert your mission into a reality. Hi guys, I'm Kewal Kishan, India's leading business automation coach. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe the channel because you're getting tons of value driven lessons, technical tips, as well as marketing, sales, operation, and team management lessons. Let's start with the first tip. Okay. Okay. The first step is start training your team. Understand that your employees are getting some salary, but in today's time people do not want to only earn, they want to learn as well. So in your company you need to build a culture of earn as well as learn. Okay, so what I do in my organization, we are a team of 25 people and we all work from home. And then I give the learning targets as well to my teammates. I give them some space, some time as well, so that they can learn technology, they can learn leadership skills, sales skills as well. When your team starts learning something new, they feel they are upgrading, and that is a reality as well. But if you're not training your team, and if they're not learning something new, then what happens? Their day-to-day work, it becomes boring, and eventually it becomes monotonous. And that is where they try to see the change. And for the change, they either look for a better job, or they try to do some freelancing because they want to have some new challenges along with their day-to-day work. Now, when it comes to you training your team, you might be training them on leadership and other skills. But if you want to train your team on technical skills, then we have got you covered. We have a program called Google Workspace Mastery, where we train your entire team on technology, Google Forms, Google Sheets, and other Google applications. You can find the link of the details in the description of this video. Let's go for the second tip. The second tip is see the vision together. Like, what is the purpose of doing whatever they're doing? If your employees in the sales department, why are they selling their product, your product? If your team is into the support, why are they giving support to the clients, right? Is it just because of the salary? Well, you as a founder have a vision. If you don't have a vision, then my friend, you are in a big mess because you might grow your business, but you cannot scale your business. But if you have a vision, okay, I want to make something big or I want to change something. For example, if I talk about my vision is to help 1 million business owners, 10 lakh companies to run their entire operations on autopilot mode. So that is the reason we are training business owners. How can they automate their marketing, sales, operation, and HR with various Google Forms, Google Sheets, and WhatsApp automation, right? And I have aligned my entire team, all the employees with that vision. And I tell them that the day we achieve this vision, everybody will grow exponentially, all right? And whenever I have a monthly meeting with my team, I keep talking about the same vision again and again. And the benefit is that your team, your employees, they start seeing the purpose together. Now they also know that, okay, if I'm giving the great support to the clients, these clients will refer more new clients to our organization, and our organization will start going near to the goal of the company. And if company starts reaching the goal, then company will have more revenue, and then I will also get more salary and more benefits as well, right? And then together with my other teammates, I'll be able to become part of something bigger than myself. Second tip is that see the purpose, see the vision together. So whenever you have your monthly or weekly meeting, do not talk about just the work, talk about your vision and whatever you're doing, why you're doing it. And the vision is not something which you can accomplish in 1 week or a monthly target or in this year's or next year's target. This is something which should be at least of next 5 years. In next 5 years, what do you want to achieve? Because when you communicate that vision of next 5 years with your teammates, in your teammates mind as well, they want to work with you for at least next 5 years, so that together with you they can also achieve the common vision, right? But in that case, you need to make sure that once you have achieved that vision, or once you're growing and going up to that vision, your entire company and employees also should be grown, while with the learning but with the salary increment as well. Third tip is really really important, okay, and that is appreciate publicly and criticize privately. Whenever I have a monthly meeting with my teammates, I talk to each and every teammate in each and every department, okay, in that monthly meeting. And I keep appreciating each and every teammate on how they have improved this in this month, what this teammate is doing because of which his performance increased, what another teammate learned because of which she was able to recover from the backlags which she had in the previous month. Now, when you appreciate somebody publicly, they first of all really feel great, okay, and they want to do more of what they are doing, right? For example, if your one teammate has done something great in sales, if they have done more sales from the last month, and if you appreciated them publicly in the entire company, then that teammate gets motivation that okay, he wants to now next month also have much more sales than the previous month. However, whenever I feel okay, few of my teammates need some, criticism, okay, or if they need some remarks, or जैसे अगर मैं बोलूं कि उन्हें अगर मैं थोड़ा डांटना चाहूं, how do I do that? I do not do that publicly. Why? Because when you criticize any of your teammates publicly, what happens? Instead of listening to your inputs, or if let's not use the word criticism, let's use the word feedback. If I give them the feedback publicly, instead of actually focusing on the feedback, they have their guards open, and they like literally feeling shameful that okay, in front of everybody, their mistakes and their failures and their inabilities are coming into the picture. There might be few teammates who might be pulling the leg of other teammates, right? And that culture gets built up once you start criticizing your teammates publicly, because your other teammates who got appreciation, they will start pulling the leg of other teammates, and they will not do it in front of you, because there's always two face of every employee. One is in front of boss, and one is behind the back, right? And this is something which you cannot stop, because it is a natural process, right? Like when you meet a friend, you are in a different zone, but when you meet a friend in front of your parents, you will behave like literally in a proper way. So this is a very natural process. So appreciate publicly, this is the third input, and give the feedback privately. So I'll tell you my input, okay. Whenever I give the feedback privately, I do not only talk about the problems or the challenges of that person. I give them the solution as well, that okay, hi dear, you're facing these challenges and not you're not having the right input, or you're not able to produce the right results, and here are my inputs on what you should do so that you can improve it. So what happens that your employee might not be that smart to find the solution on their own, right? But while sharing their problems, if you give them the solution as well, they start acting upon the same immediately. Secondly, your employees might not know the mistakes that they're doing. So do not feel embarrassed, or do not feel shy to share the feedback with them, because the more feedback you will share with them one-to-one basis, they will feel okay, this is my areas where I'm lacking, okay, and I've got some inputs on how to improve it, and that will push them to actually improve their performance, okay. Now last two inputs are going to be really really interesting, but before that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave in the comment box what are your challenges you're facing in your business. I'll be open to make some new lessons as well on the same. This week I'm conducting a business automation masterclass as well, to help you discover how can you automate your team management, right? How can you build a really strong culture with the power of automation and technology, where your teammates get automated reminders of their daily duties. How can they apply the leaves, expense out, at one portal called Intranet. The link is given in the description of this video. You can find it out. Now, what we have done is the first was train your team. Okay. Second was see the big picture, the mission, the vision, purpose together, so that they can also feel the purpose of what they're doing, why they're doing it. Like I say, why? Let your employees find their whys. And third is appreciate publicly and give the feedback privately. Fourth is do give the increments every year minimum. Okay. Now you might be an MSME where you don't have a culture of actually giving the increments, and you are giving the increments only to very senior people or only to the people who are extraordinarily performing. That is not right. Why? Because if you're not giving a yearly increment, what will happen? That inflation is going on, like every year, at least 5 to 7% inflation is going on. And if your employees have the same salary as the last year or last to last year, right, their expenses will go up and their salary will be same. It will be really hard, first of all, for them to manage their household, right, individually. So this is a, you also should think as a founder, like, you should really care for them. I also care about my teammates a lot, right? So that is the reason I give the yearly increments to each and every teammate. Doesn't matter whether they perform the best or not. Well, the people who perform like really crazy, they get better increments. The people who perform average, they get normal increments. The people who perform below average, it might be the case that they might be actually out of the company within a year if they are performing below average. But even if they are in the company, if they're trying to improve, still they get some increment, right? Because of the inflation concept, you need to give some increment to them. But along with them, what one extra, you know, uh, ingredient which you can add, which really will motivate your teams and your employees to the next level, and that is, yearly bonus. It could be yearly or quarterly or monthly or 6 months, right? And what is this bonus? It is a performance bonus. For example, I have my sales employees, and whenever they achieve a certain target, they get some extra bonus, right? Okay, and this really motivates them to actually perform more. And few of my teammates have decided that, okay, they want to, have more bonus than the salary. For example, if somebody is getting, imagine if somebody is getting 10,000 rupees salary, they want to have 10,000 rupees of monthly bonus. इतनी ज़्यादा sale करना चाहते हैं, they want to have so much of sales that their bonus crosses the salary. Now, what is the result? That they work smart as well as hard, and it overall, increases the sale of your company. Now, here I've seen many founders, they actually get in the competition mode, whether they are doing more sales or their employees are doing more sales. First of all, you are the founder, right? You want your employees to perform even better than you. So never be in the competition mode with your employees, right? If they're performing better, it is good for your organization and for you, because your organization will grow, they will get bonus, but with that, your company is also growing, right? So do not feel, shy, or do not stop yourself from giving them monthly or quarterly or 6 months or yearly performance bonus, right? And based on your calculation, you need to do that. And a lot of people make a mistake. They overdo it. They end up giving so much bonus in the first year to all the employees, and the next year, if the company is not having so much of sales or the company does not have a cash flow, then they feel a really high burden of actually, they're feeling getting stuck. Okay, we have given so much of bonus last year. What should we do? Well, be open to share your financial figures as well with your employees. Okay, that this year we are not having that much of profit, so that is the reason you'll not be able to get the kind of bonuses. But my input to this point, where you give the yearly increment and quarterly or 6 months bonus, is that uh, do not give too much of bonus, because you need to maintain your cash flow as well, right? Start this practice in a very smaller level, but once you start giving them the bonus, believe me, you will see a different level of change altogether. Because with that, you will create entrepreneurs in your company. What are entrepreneurs? The people who take the ownership of the work, right? And they have the accountability, responsibility. They want to achieve the goals. Doesn't matter whether you remind them about their goals or not, right? And why they want to do that? Because they're getting extra bonus along with the salary, and they want to have more and more bonus. So it, really builds the entrepreneurship culture in your company. And the last but not the least is the awesome point, and that is gamify the entire process. Right? What do I mean by gamification? Understand, there is a say which says, the quote which says, culture eats strategy in the breakfast. Okay. So doesn't matter what is your sales strategy, marketing strategy, your hiring strategy. At the end, it's about the culture that you have in your company. If your company culture is great, then you and your business will keep thriving, as well as your employees. If your company culture is bad, right, there's a lot of toxicity, toxic. If the culture is toxic, then you'll not be able to. No strategy will work in your business. Okay. Now, my input to this is that you need to gamify the process. You need to have some competitiveness in your company. Like your each and every employee should feel competitive, like they want to beat other employees, not physically beat, but beat in the terms of performance. And how can you do that? Now, this is one of the biggest tip you will ever find in any of the my lessons or in any of the channels, and that is employee of the month. This is that strategy which I've started in last couple of years, and believe me, it has changed the entire company culture. What is it? Every month I have like a monthly meetup where all the employees are coming up. We have a 90 minutes to 120 minutes of meeting where I appreciate each and every teammates. We talk about what we achieved, what we could not achieve, but along with that, I announce employee of the month. So that is just one employee. It's not one employee from each and every department, because my team is not, it's only 20-25 people. If I would have 100 employees, then I might have one employee of the month from each and every department. But right now I've got one employee. So I announce employee of the month, and then everybody, gives that person a big round of applause. And then I ask that employee to share on how he or she is feeling. And believe it, that is where, when they share the feelings, that okay, last to last month I was not performing that much, but then sir motivated me, and this month I really worked hard, and I'm really happy. Thank you so much. I'm an employee of the month. It really feels great. But along with that, they get Amazon voucher, where I'm not going to disclose the amount, but they get some good amount when they are selected as employee of the month. Okay. And that amount of voucher they can use for purchasing any product from Amazon. So they are getting the monetary benefit as well as the appreciation publicly. And then along with that, the HR of the company sends a certificate, which is the employee of the month, which is signed by me, right? And it is shared in the intranet, like in front of all the employees, and then everybody appreciate that person again, right? So what happens the next month? There's a gossip in the company, which is like, now this month who's going to be the employee of the month, right? So what is happening is that there is a competitiveness between employees, and now everybody wants to perform the best because everybody wants to be employee of the month. While there can be one person, but everybody wants to be that one person. And what I've done it, that there have been few employees who have won employee of the month back to back in 2 months. And why I've done that? Because they were performing well, and I've shown it to other teammates that if you perform well, it does not mean that once you win, you will win after 6 months again. No, you can win it again if you perform extraordinary, right? So these were 5 tips. I'm going to revise it. Firstly, train your employees because they should learn along with while they're earning. And for that, you can check out our Google Workspace Mastery program, where in a 1 month of training, we take 4 sessions every Saturday, and we are going to upgrade your team to perform to the 10x level. Because if your team upgrade technically, they can do wonders for you. We are paying the same salary to them, but they will do 5 times more work for you. They'll be 5 times more productive. Second tip was purpose. See the purpose, see the vision, see the mission together. Third was appreciate publicly and give the feedback privately. Fourth was give them the yearly increment, and see if you have the ability to give them some performance bonus as well. It's not only weekly, monthly or quarterly. It's up to you. It could be surprise bonus, right? Which does not have any timeline, but once you give the bonus, you should call that employee, tell the person why did he receive the bonus, and then last point is gamify the process. I have gamification where I give employee of the month award, right? What is your gamification? What are you going to do in your company? With that, let me wrap up this lesson. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you can share this with other company founders because they will find immense value in this lesson. Keep watching my YouTube videos and keep upgrading yourself. Join me in upcoming business automation masterclass. You can check the link in the description below. Keep learning, keep upgrading, and keep becoming a super entrepreneur. Take care.